So on a recent charity shop visit, browsing through the books, I picked up this. Yep, it's a copy of The Secret History. And it's one of those books that for me, you never give away. My copy is pretty battered, so I picked it up. And it got me thinking, why is The Secret History still so popular? More than 30 years after it was first published, The Secret History by Donna Tartt remains one of the most talked about novels on BookTok. And I think for good reason. It's a campus novel. It's a murder mystery, a character study, and a cult classic all in one. It continues to captivate readers who are drawn, I think, to its unique blend of beauty, darkness, and introspection. The novel has found new life thanks to TikTok, where it's become a cornerstone of the dark academia aesthetic, all tweed and blazers, Greek philosophy, and vintage yearning. Thousands of users post annotated editions, dramatic quotes, and aesthetic montages breathing fresh life into Tartt's 1992 debut. It's full of lines like, "I suppose at one time in my life I might have had any number of stories, but now there is no other. This is the only story I will ever be able to tell." And lines like, "It is better to know one book intimately than 100 superficially." Those kind of lines resonate, I think, deeply with a generation hungry for meaning, identity, and intensity. Tartt wrote the novel after studying at Bennington College, where she was part of a literary circle that also included Bret Easton Ellis, author of American Psycho. The book was published to huge fanfare, earning her a $450,000 advance, a staggering sum for a debut novelist. Critics were split though. Some called it self-consciously stylish, but others praised its originality and psychological depth. What you can't deny is how vividly Tartt evokes the world of Hampton College, insular, privileged, and slightly unreal. She drew on her own experiences to build a setting that feels lived in and kind of eerie. The core group of characters, Henry, Bunny, Charles, Camilla, Francis, and narrator Richard Pappan, aren't traditional heroes, but they are unforgettable characters. Richard in particular remains one of the most compelling, at least for me, parts of the book. He's a scholarship student from California and he longs to belong. He's entranced by the group, but always on the edge, an outsider to their intimacy. One of the most poignant threads is Richard's unspoken love for Camilla. It's a longing that is never fulfilled and never quite named. It adds another layer of sadness to a story already steeped in guilt and loss. The murder happens really early in the book, and what follows is a slow, emotional unravelling. Guilt, beauty, youth, elitism, all filtered through Tartt's really lyrical, heavy prose. The Secret History, I think, endures because it gives readers an experience, not just a plot. It lets you step into a world both glamorous and rotten, and once you're in, it's hard to leave. And I think that's why people keep picking up this book. Thanks.